This is the Michelle Swinick 2.0 show, and today's 2.0 spotlight is on John Chester, the host of Power of a Positive Playlist. So, John, tell us a little about you and your show.
Well, hi, I'm John Chester. I'm a board certified music therapist and host of A Power of a Positive Playlist and a #1 best-selling author of a book by the same name. I've worked in psychiatry for over 32 years. Yeah, I've worked in, yes, at one time long before that, I was a patient. And I've seen firsthand how people use music, not just for entertainment, but subconsciously like a drug. And just like a drug, music can heal or it can harm. It can move someone forward in recovery or keep them trapped in depression, addiction, or anxiety. My mission is to help people wake up to the power of music in their lives. We all have a soundtrack running in the background of our heads from day to day. The question is, what's your soundtrack doing to you? Is it helping you grow or is it feeding your worst fears? Through my work, my podcast, my book, I teach people how to use music intentionally to align their playlist with their goals, their healing, and their deepest hopes. So that's basically a synopsis of how I make it work.
Sounds like you are 2.0ing these people through these playlists, which is music, which that has a little something to do with frequencies. So, I think people don't realize how powerful music really is,
Right.
especially if there's issues in their background or things that you were referencing. So you've got a lot to share. You've got a great show, and you're really an amazing man. So let's go a little bit deeper. And what is your full story? You gave us some teasers. And I think you need to elaborate on that, maybe because it gives you a lot of experience in what you're doing.
Yeah, I'm one of those. I believe that experience is actually more valuable than book learning because experience gives you empathy. Empathy is
Mhm.
the thing that'll sidle you down next to somebody and you can actually say, I get it. I understand. I've been there. You don't get that from a book. And that's what made me very successful in working in psych, which I did again for over 32 years. And in all that time, I've learned something that most people never really stop to consider. Music is not neutral.
Mhm.
Now, most people think music is just entertainment. It's what you put in your car or at the gym or maybe while you're winding down at night. Some people listen to it in their sleep. But here's the truth. Music bypasses logic and it goes straight to your emotions. And in that way, it works like a drug. And it
Mhm.
is it is a drug of a type because music can heal or it can harm. Now, let me give you a quick example. Over the years, I worked with a great many patients struggling with addictions. They tell me that every time they felt the urge to use, they would put on the same playlist. And I've seen all
Oh,
kind of music used. I'm not going to pick on just one kind of music. It's all
good.
different types. There's like rap and hip hop and country and rock. I've even heard people use Christian praise and worship. And
Mm.
they'd say, John, I don't know why I keep going back to it. It makes me feel even worse, but I can't stop listening. And over
Mm.
time, we'd work together to shift their playlist, slowly replacing those songs with music that build hope, reduce anxiety, and encourage calm and remind them of the future they wanted. Over time, they'd notice something amazing. The cravings began to lose their grip.
Mm.
Their music had become a tool for recovery instead of a trigger for relapse. And we're seeing everybody have triggers these days, and they're
Mhm.
not responsible for their actions. But triggers are your responsibility, which means your playlist, the music you listen to, is your responsibility. And that's the power I'm talking about. Music can either reinforce your pain or it can help set you free. A lot of that power comes from the architecture or the anatomy of music and how we use it. When we think of anatomy, most of us picture the body, the hands and feet, but music has its own anatomy too, like rhythm, melody, harmony, and lyrics. And just like our bodies, each part plays a role in how we think and how we feel and how we operate. Music is the heartbeat of the rhythm is the music of the music itself and how fast it goes and how intentional it really is, be it the steady pulse of a drum or the swing of jazz. Rhythm connects directly to our own biology. Our heart rate and breathing actually sync to it. That's why a slow ballad calms us, while a
Mm,
driving beat energizes us. There's melody, that's the voice of the music. You that part you hum in your ear, that you have playing, you'll whistle down the
yeah.
hallways, or you have just rolling through the day. Sometimes it's a an earworm, which can be good or bad. The brain scan shows it actually releases dopamine, the same chemical that fires
Mm,
when we laugh with friends or taste chocolate. I prefer dark chocolate. Thank you very much. Harmony is the color. It's stacking notes together to create tension or release. And some music doesn't have release, which builds anxiety. Major
mm,
chords feel bright and open. Minor chords, they pull us inward. And that's why one simple chord change can shift us from joy to sadness in an instant.
mm,
And then there's lyrics, the words wrapped
yeah.
in sound because they're tied to rhythm and melody. The lyrics stick. And that's why you can remember the words to a song, but you
Yeah.
don't know, where your
Mhm,
keys are, crying out loud. And we remember them and we believe them because they've
mhm,
been passed through the logic, beyond the logic, and into straight the emotions. And sometimes they say what we can't. So
mhm,
but the real power is how it all comes together. Music doesn't just live outside of us. It reshapes our brain waves. It regulates our nervous system. It lowers stress hormones, reduces pain, boosts memory, even helps people with dementia reconnect to moments of joy. So let's be
mhm,
clear. Music isn't just entertainment, it's one of the most accessible, universal tools for emotional health, physical healing, and human connection. My challenge to you is this: be intentional with your playlist. Notice how the anatomy of each song is shaping your body, your
mm,
thoughts, your mood, your connections, and then choose music that doesn't just fill the silence, but fills your life with purpose. And that's why I do what I do. My mission is to pull back the curtain to help people see music for what it really is, one of the most powerful, observable, and measurable, yet mysterious and transformative tools we have. When you become aware of the soundtrack you're carrying around, you can align with it with your goals. You can create playlists that don't just entertain you, but empower you. That's what I call a positive playlist. Now, I didn't come to this just from a clinical angle. Again, I've
mhm,
worked in psych and yeah, I got my college degree and all that, but I've lived music from every side. I've performed in front of thousands of people, worked in production studios, marketed for local distributors and labels, created education manuals, and of course, music therapy.
mhm,
And through it all, one truth has been constant: music changes people.
mm.
And by the way,
Yeah.
some courses know that, and that could be good or bad. What I teach people is you have to know so you're not manipulated. The real question is, are you letting it change you for the better? It can lift you up to the mountaintop or it could stick you
Mhm,
right down in that valley and leave you there. It can remind you of who you want to become or reinforce everything you are trying to escape. So let me ask you, what's your music doing to you? See, here's the good news. You already have the raw material. I'm not going to have to teach you music. I'm not going to have to teach you new songs. You could do that yourself. You eventually will come to realize what the music is doing for you. Is it good or
mhm,
bad? Is it antagonistic in a bad way, or is it enabling the worst traits that you've got? The songs you love, the music that speaks to you, it can all be reshaped into a tool for growth, for healing, for a breakthrough. That's what I help people do. I work with individuals who, to help them intentionally design playlists that push them towards the life they want, not the life they're trying to leave behind. It's a totally different
mm.
thing.
It's so fascinating. I mean, and the way that you're explaining it is it's unlike anything I've heard, right? Because like I mentioned in the beginning, I knew that music had to do with frequency, and you brought up how it's so powerful, where it can be used for good or bad. It could make you feel good or bad. I'm simplifying. You were using the fancier words, but it could be for good or for evil, right?
Yes.
And the powers that be, you kind of alluded to that a little bit. They know that, right? That's
Oh,
why you
yes.
have some You have genres of music where there's a there, let's just say like the heavy metal or the rap, where you've got people that it moves them, and maybe not in the best direction, but the people making the music, they know that, okay, that's what this is designed to do.
And
So
the
that's
people who market it know it.
fascinating.
Yeah, I mean, like
Yeah,
political content, they'll have music in the background. You're at a shop, you're in, or you're buying something online, they may have music going, and this enables
yeah.
you to stay longer or to direct you in certain ways that further their product.
So it's almost like, remember years ago when they were saying that in the movies they would do the subliminal messaging where you'd be like, "Oh, I'm hungry for popcorn," because they were flashing the popcorn. You weren't
Right.
seeing it, but your subliminal
Subliminal.
mind. So it's along the same lines, except it seems
Yes.
like it's more powerful because it has again do with the emotions and the frequencies, and it obviously is doing something not only with the body but with the mind. It seems like it's
Right.
much more powerful than flashing some some visuals in front of you that you don't even realize, right?
Yeah,
This
no,
this
you're
moves
exactly
people,
right.
moves good or bad, in a good or
Right,
bad
and they're
way.
enabling what you already have. You already like that song by Alan Parsons or by Bruce Springsteen or whoever. You already
Right.
like these, and they start to adjust and manipulate those songs at certain times of the day. There are huge studies that show the flow of music at certain times of the day enable certain behaviors and
Oh.
suicide rates even. So that's why we have it inside. They're the ones that are going into the manipulating, and that's just
Yeah.
one flow of this. You have to start changing your own playlist. People have phones and they have Spotify
Mhm.
or whatever platform that they use.
Yeah.
You're using their platform, their playlist. You need to start creating your own. To this is how I'm going to wake up in the morning. This is how I'm going to sleep.
Mm.
This is how I'm going to speak to my loved one. This is how I'm going to exercise. This is what I'm going to bring to work. And you start creating these very affirming songs, and you have to know how the songs are loaded, what they are filled with. Are they do they have any baggage to them? You know, because some songs have emotional baggage that only you have placed. It's not the song or the creator's fault. It's maybe you because something heinous happened to you when that song was playing in your youth. And
Mhm.
so you have to weed that out as well. So that it's a process.
Wow. Again, this is fascinating. So, are you ready? We'll do a real rapid fire round before we wrap up.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's give it a shot. I don't know how
Okay.
good I'm going to be.
It's quick, it's
Is
easy,
this
and
one of
it's
those
painless.
boxers or brief moments? I never remember.
No, no, no. It's real simple. It's very easy. So, what I ask everybody is give me 3 words to describe you and your show.
Unique, fast paced, and different.
Okay, I would add fascinating. You get a bonus one just because
Okay.
this is fascinating. I'm giving you bonus.
Fascinating. There you go.
I'm giving you fourth bonus. So,
Okay.
give me a quote, a phrase, or Bible verse that reflects the 2.0 version of you.
Oh, 2.0 version of me.
Yeah.
You have never seen what I'm about to show you because it's already inside you.
Ooh. See, I told you this guy's good. This is good. So, what do you want the audience to do with all this information? Obviously, we want them to watch the show, but give the call to action, give a contact website where what you want them to do. And if there's a tip or something that they can take away, because you've made me now realize that I have to be really conscious of what I'm listening to, especially when I go to sleep. And I haven't been doing that. And I know that it's affected. It could be affecting who knows what, right?
Oh,
But
yeah.
this is going to now, I'm going to be really conscious of what I am listening to, because I listen to some music, right? But I need to be a little bit more aware of
Yes.
that. And I want the audience to do that too, because how are you going to change, right? Unless you don't want to. But if you want to actually make things better, right, you're going to 2.0 yourself. We're 2.0ing the shows, but we're 2.0ing ourselves at the same time. So we want you to do that. That's kind of one of the whole points of having these special segments so you can get to know the host. So, John, I'll let you give the call to actions and close the segment.
All right. So here's my invitation. Let's talk. All right, let's just talk. Reach out, book a call with me. You can contact me at my email, which is Irving TX, because I live in Irving and I'm the channel master for OBBM. So it's Irving TX at OBBM Network TV. And also you can follow me on Facebook with, here it comes, the Power of Positive playlist. And I'm on the regular culprits when it comes to Instagram and such. And you can follow me there. Book a call. We can just talk about what you're looking at, what you're seeing, and I can give you some basic information. And if you want to go deeper, I'm your man. This is John Chester from the Power of Positive playlist. Thank you for your time.
My biggest preoccupation was the chronic disease epidemic. We are now the sickest country in the world. We announced this week, CDC announced, that 76.4% of Americans are suffering a chronic disease. And my uncle was president, it was 11%. In 1950, it was 3%. And we're the sickest country in the world. We have the highest chronic disease burden of any country in the world. And yet we spend more on healthcare than any country in the world. We spend 2 to 3 times what European nations spend. We spend nearly as much in our country for healthcare as all the other nations in the world combined. And yet we have the worst health outcomes. We've lost 6 years in lifespan and longevity to Europe in the past 20 years. Our kids, our girls are hitting puberty 6 years earlier than historically. Our young men have sperm counts that are half of what they ought to be. They have testosterone levels that are half of what they ought to be. We have diabetes that is now endemic, not just epidemic, it's everywhere. 38% of teens are now diabetic or pre-diabetic. When I was a kid, it was 0. And the autism rates, which the president is particularly concerned with, have dropped from less than 1 in 10,000 in 1970 to 1 in every 31 kids today. So this is a national security issue. 8 out of 10 of our children, of our young men, cannot qualify for military service. So it's national security, it's our economy, it's wrecking. This is an existential crisis for our country.
But once I just flooded myself with this plant-based nutrition so the body could heal itself, all of a sudden everything started to go back to normal. The sleep was better. The hot flashes, they're gone. Okay, I can say that they are gone. But I haven't worn this shirt since 2023. I couldn't fit into it.
Well, they say that's the test, how your clothes fit.
Yeah, well, because I'm gaining muscle. Okay, so I'm okay with the scale not being where it needs to be. But here's the thing too, you've got my bowels. They're like, I'm like a champ. Okay, I'm getting that stuff out. Because you have to get the bad stuff out. My mom died of colon cancer, so I get it. Okay, when that stuff don't come out, it doesn't work out well for you. Inflammation, it's like 2 different people. Okay, 2 different people, and I can see it in my joints. I can see it in my foot. I can see it in my face. But I'm going to show you the picture real quick. Look at the difference. There's no AI and no Photoshop, no touch-up, no nothing. Same person. This is not from exercise, everybody. This is from nutrition. This is from supplements and skincare.
Wow.
And I have done every diet on the planet. Okay, so there isn't one I haven't tried. I've never had results like this. I've lost weight because a lot of the diets, I'm starving myself, right? This, for the first time, I've actually done supplements for nutrition. I've flooded my body with plant-based nutrition. All the issues are gone. And now that my body's in balance, it's about cleanse, balancing, and building, right? That's the magic formula. So it can do what it's supposed to do. To purchase products or get more information, go to savemyfreedom.us. Click Get Healthy. You can also book a call. Click Get Healthy or book a call. Got questions? And I'll even guide you through which products you need. Text me 601-301-3503. 601-301-3503. We're your people, right? Because we're here to help people make money and get healthy. Because look, what does this say? What does it say? What does that say, Mike? Read that.
You can have everything in life that you want if you will just help enough other people get what they want. How about that?
How about that? How about that? It's pretty much a brilliant statement by the great Zig Ziglar. And it's just a matter of, what do you guys want to do? Do you want to keep living the life that you're living? Or do you want to make a change, which requires 30 minutes a day, following some instructions, and make some money and get healthy? That's it. And have people there supporting you, showing you, guiding you, helping you. So you're not doing it by yourself. I did all that election stuff. I mean, Leo helped, but I did it all by myself. And I said, I don't want to do this stuff by myself anymore. I don't like doing things and starting from scratch and having to create it. If I'm going to do anything, I need a team. I want a group. I want people to support. I want a mentor. I want somebody to ask questions to. I don't want to have to spend hours trying to figure out. It's all done. We figured it all out. It's already finished. You just got to follow the instructions. If you're coachable, it's a way, because otherwise at the end of the day, this is us. We're just a bunch of low-hanging fruit that is so low to the ground that it's literally rotting. The opportunity of a lifetime. Don't let the opportunity of your lifetime be like the low-hanging, rotting fruit on the ground in 140-degree heat here in Maricopa County, Arizona. Don't let that be you.
Yeah.
Because 30 days is going to go by real quick. You're not getting any healthier, and you're not getting any more money in the bank account. And you don't want to live like that.
It's all about
live like that. You don't have to live like that. No
it's
more.
all about an ecosystem, which is very powerful.
But we did it. We put the ecosystem together. We put it together for the people. The business model of the people is now active. Okay? It's through the Save My Freedom movement. 2 complete digital platforms to build residual income, to get yourself healthy, to make more money, help other people, transform your life, get your time freedom back, get your health freedom back, get your financial freedom back, and a complete support staff and coaches and mentors who are making a hell of a lot of money, who have been doing this for a lot of years, and they know what they're doing, right? It's just, and you don't even have to do the work. They're working for you. All you got to do is invite somebody to a webinar or invite someone to call me, and we'll do all the rest. That's all you got to do. I don't do anything unless I've done it myself. I don't do anything half-assed. You guys should know that by now. I don't align myself with other people that aren't more successful than myself, because I need to learn from them. I don't know the stuff, right? I'm not there to reinvent the wheel. I'm just there to help make it spin faster, so everybody can be at the same pace. And let's do this. I'm telling you, this is amazing. It's the solutions, guys. It's the solutions. It's the easiest thing you can do in your life, and it will change everything. Look,
I will just say
there's
that
the sign.
Taking the country back, as you hold up the sign, taking the country back starts with taking our lives back, and it's not just about taking back our votes. It's about taking back our health and taking about our financial freedom as well. So I commend you guys.
So yeah, go to savemyfreedom.us, savemyfreedom.us. You subscribe to the Substack.